Risk not Lego, my friend. Chase the clowns round the bend. Killing clowns makes no amends. Push the tanks forward. No toys in this game we play. No blocks to stack today. Keep the dangers at bay. Push the tanks forward. Risk not Lego. Moving stealth slow. Watch the clouds go. Push the tanks forward. It's not a child's game. No Lego in this frame. Chase those clowns all the same. Push the tanks forward. Strategy in our sights. No colorful delights. Battles fought in the night. Push the tanks forward. Risk not Lego. Moving stealth slow. Watch the clouds go. Push the tanks forward. Push the tanks forward. Risk not Lego. Moving stealth slow. Watch the clouds go. Push the tanks forward. It's not a child's game. No Lego in this frame. Chase those clowns all the same. Push the tanks forward. Push the tanks forward.
Happy freaking Friday, people. Got our tournament just like every other Friday, but this time it's going to be better because it's it's just better. We're going to make it better. Although last tournament, I don't know, that was pretty great. The Soxu comeback was real. That was pretty impressive. And Adam, this song's fun. No lobby yet. Yeah, correct. The lobby's not up. I'm just kind of vibing at the moment. I asked if there's a EU person that could host. So if someone is an EU player, please feel free to host the tourney lobby. I can try to help coordinate getting the people in. Yeah, Lego, I mean, the only reason he runs with his tanks is because he gets teamed to death. But he kind of does that to himself, right? So let's, while we're waiting, I think we should spend some time here checking out the tournament sign-up list. From what I saw, it looked good. Tox, Awesome, MSCI, Trees, Jack, Notes, Apod, Redblood, Zate, Faker, Tap, Heart, like lots of people who have won. No Easter, no Soxu, unless Soxu's on some alt that I'm unaware of, but I think Path of Exile new season dropped today, so I'm assuming Soxu's probably going to play that. May not have Soxu or Trusty in this tournament. Could be a good thing though, give other people a chance to win. Maybe we'll see a new person win. MSCI is actually back. A couple names I actually haven't seen before, like Kaiju, Fia. No, I've seen Fia before. Ace Stoopies and Cattywomper, those seem pretty new. But yeah, we're gonna be on time, hopefully, for the tournament. We're 10 minutes early here. Wanted to make sure the stream is set up and everything's good to go. We'll just wait for our lobby to be made. And in the meantime, I'm gonna hook you guys up with this. Got to keep the hype alive for the standalone. I know Power Stroke is working on it pretty hard with his team. So, got to keep showing that trailer, that teaser. Lots of good things, I think, happening in the community. I don't know if I'm allowed to announce everything. The standalone is obviously awesome. Prize pools have been great recently. Lots of tournaments. Had a couple S tier tournaments already this year. I think, just a little teaser, I think a new 1v1 tournament will be announced here soon. And for certain reasons, but I don't think I can disclose them yet. But if you guys have been playing 1v1s or you've always been interested, it would be a great time to get back into it. Unbox, are we doing the new tourney bonus this week where the winner donates 50 to the channel? Wait, what is this? I have not. This is the first I've heard of that. Jack, hello mate. Please respect your king of Russia. Oh man, I don't think I recorded that one either, Jack. I wish I had recorded that one for YouTube. Some of the role-playing ones are my most fun games. That one was awesome. There's been a couple recently with Russia where I've role-played quite a bit and formed a pretty good Russian coalition. I think both of them, I didn't get either of them on, but yeah, I was cheekily trying to go for the win. I had to go, and I was thinking like, oh, maybe they don't care, like they'll just let me win. So I had to try, but it's pretty cool that you won that one. Red Blood is asking who's hosting, and oh, I saw the lobby for a brief second. We had a glimpse of the lobby. But yeah, we're kind of stuck here for the moment. You guys are stuck with me. There it is. Thank you, Tox. Neo Complex. Tox coming in clutch. All right. Make sure the mic is actually all good here. Okay. Yeah, Tox is hosting. Lobby is up, guys. Let me know if you're having issues finding it because uh-oh. Oh, okay. I know that there's been like lobby bugs lately. Yeah, I think we were fighting Notes, right? And he was turtled up in Africa, Jack. That was pretty epic. I threw all my gold at him. Like I literally just threw my gold into Algeria. I had like dozens of tanks. Pretty sure I lost them all. What timer do we do? We're gonna do the 60. Tox is on it. This is gonna be a good lobby, guys. This will be a really fun one. Like Faker's won a couple. Jack has won a couple. Red Blood's won. MSCI's won. Trees has won one, hasn't he? Zay, I think, has been close. If maybe he's also won. So lots of tourney winners. I guess when you start doing tournaments for like 2.5 to 3 years straight, you're gonna start getting. You got like what, 50 a year? So you're gonna start getting a lot of winners, especially when the top players don't play in all of them. All right, Risk in chat is saying, real idea though. Hey, Mr. J, are you playing today? Real idea though, we should do a high-end tourney that's 20. That's what I was, like I always said on the high end, like that's a high-end tourney. I always said like we should make it like poker, like $5 buy-in. And if you do a $5 buy-in with like 20 plus people, like winner, like you could do a first and a second. Second place, that kind of gets a little sketchy. But you could do a first place. You could even give some of the money to the channel for like more promotions or bigger S tier tournaments. Like they can take a small cut, and the winner could still walk away with like $100. We need Leaf. I like calling him Leaf. Yeah, he did. He won in the most bizarre way too. That was some deranged Diplo. I never thought I'd see able to win. You Stoopies and Cattywomp. I don't know who these guys are. They are the two unknowns. Could be anyone. Cattywomp is rooting for Harakiri. I think Harakiri's won. Apod is here. Benjamin's here. I'm excited for this lobby. It should be a fun tournament, guys. 1 minute overtime. So I like 60 minutes for the tournament. Wait, is Harakiri playing on a hotspot? Harakiri's on his laptop playing on Leaf or Riot. Adam's having a hard time talking today. Notes is here. Notes is an absolute pumper. He absolutely hates role players, by the way. He hates role players. So there's that. And I love role-playing. 70, 30. I'm thinking it would be like 70 first place, and then 30 would be for the channel. Because then if you do that for a couple weeks, you could do an S tier tournament then where people don't have to buy in. It could be like an invite-only tournament. But I don't know. I really like that idea. It's just also how do you coordinate getting like a $5 buy-in or even more from like 23 different people? That makes like tournament organizing so much more complicated. MSCI is here. Mappy is here. We haven't seen Mappy in a lobby in a long time. Robert, it's too easy for Leaf. He wins. He's what, 1-1 in tournaments? He hops in a tournament and just wins instantly. He's like, all right, I'm done. That's the way to do it, though. You got to retire on top. I think at the start of this year, Easter won like 4 or 5 tournaments in a row. Maybe it was 3. I don't know. But he should have just retired then. You just retire on top like that, king of the tournaments, and that's all the people will remember you by. Ciderman, $5 entry is standard for other hobby tournaments. And $5 is not a lot. I guess you could set up like a PayPal where like, yeah, I don't know. There's got to be an easy way to do it, right? And it doesn't even have to be every tournament. It could just be like even like once a month. So the prize pool is like even bigger. Yeah, I can help you with names. We'll also be able to see names in the lobby. But this is a good time to make sure that all of this is working actually. Like the game chat. I don't actually think chat is showing up, right? What is... Oh, chat is showing up. Okay, cool. Merton, hey Merton. Merton's actually in the lobby as well. Someone's asking in the lobby chat about the live. I think we need to start promoting it more in the lobbies. Like, hey, go to @riskreforged if you want to watch it. Merton says $5 isn't a lot. It's just finding the payment rail that's widely supported. Yeah, that's the thing. Which I think PayPal is widely supported, no matter what country you're in. PayPal's like kind of like the universal one, I believe. Also, we got like a new desk setup and stuff. I got like a actual. You guys, wait, you can kind of see it. Got like this nice executive chair. Got an L-shaped desk so my arm can like lay on it. My wife took care of us. Finally getting these last 2 rooms figured out. I mean, the lobby's full. I don't know if anyone's having issues getting into the lobby. If you are, let me know. I don't see anyone in Discord saying, "Hey, open a spot." So, go up. You're the boss. I'm on it. Here, this is the top. T-Batch is asking which one is the Soxy Walt. We are getting a website. I believe that's still happening. I've kind of been hands off with that. Bambucha and MicroHive have definitely led the charge there. So fairly certain we are getting a website. We could probably do like a PayPal button on there. I don't know. That's not a bad idea. Robert says down. I'm not listening to you, Robert. Or I guess I am, because I am going down. MSCI is Soxu. Mappy and MSCI. The Germans representing. Yeah, Path of Exile 2 is going to occupy their time. Fuji, haven't seen MSCI play in a while. Yeah, it should be really good. He's definitely a top 3 FFA player when he's active, and he's been playing a lot lately. With no Easter or Soxu, this could be one where he runs away with the lobby. But you can't really overlook any of these other players. Like, there's so many good players now. I wish we did that FFA ranking again, like the tier list, because there's so many people that should be a lot higher than where they were, or just new people in general. Tobias, my game just froze. Yes. We will wait for you. A pod. Let's see. Are you still in the lobby? I let them know. Hopefully, Tox can see the chat. Got a couple people that I know that haven't signed up. Smoko, I don't know if you did. Swan, Sierra Sega, I don't know if you did. I haven't seen Swan Lee in an FF. Well, I saw him the other day, but I haven't seen him play too much other than that. You liked the original, like the one that was like made like with Eric? What a shock that they enter the same tournament. Okay, Robert, we don't need that kind of talk already. Get out of here. Also, apologies, guys. My nose is so itchy right now. You, Stoopy. I can leave, though, if we need space. They're trying... yeah. Tobias, are you back in? I don't see you. Yeah, Tox is on it. He's kicking people too. Show the middle, please. I can do that. Like this is around the middle, I would assume. Swan Lee didn't sign up. That's okay, Swan. I think, and Mappy did it. I think we had open spots, right? Let's see. 28 with 5, so 23. Yeah, we had a couple open spots, so I think you should be fine. And there's a couple people who haven't showed up. Is this the middle, Adam? I mean, you want more middle? Like upper middle? Lower middle? There's a delay. I don't think Senior X or Sega signed up. Oh, Senior X says he did sign up? What's his name? That's the thing, you kind of got to have your name match, or else this becomes so complicated. Yeah, under what name? Tox is so on it. Tox is a boss, guys. Taking the view, no better way to make it through the rest of work than watching some Risk. Being able to watch Risk while at work is the way to go. Hikamori, I haven't seen you in forever. Hi, Hikamori. I think he means the bottom middle. Well, I think we got it. I think we're good now. I mean, and it's on YouTube. It should be well, there's going to be people coming in and out, though. Yeah, all right. Senior X is out of here. I love the answer, though, from him. He just was confidently like, yep, I signed up. Don't worry about me. I signed up. The wife is at Target, so wish me luck on the credit card. That's her favorite store. She just texted me. You want your heart to drop, have your wife text you, hey, I just got to Target. A-Pod is back. Thank goodness. This lobby looks juicy, Tree says. That is not wrong. This is a juicy lobby. Show number 15. I think we're there, right? It's A-Pod. I think they kicked Senior X for A-Pod. Curie says go. I think we're just ready to go. Gotta give Tox a shout out, a big thank you. Dude, Adam, you are struggling. Is Adam drunk? Losers go to play TG. That's the lobby I want to be in. We've been playing team games a lot this week. Of course, Tobias. Good luck, my friend. I hope you perform well. Adam, it's too late. What do you mean now, top? We're loading in, bro. I can't give you that. I can do it from the information or the menu, right? I can do there's a shuffled players list. Like, we have the list of people. I'm just gonna slowly go through this real quick so it can be pausable. Alright. By DCs. Oh, yellow with the god spots. But turquoise. Oh no, turquoise should have been more aware that this was gonna happen. Maybe he'll give it to yellow, maybe not. Turquoise has this though as well. Red with God spots too. Red getting Lebanon, Israel, Palestine, turn 1. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Mint is doing some crazy things. This is a madman right here. That's interesting. That is not how you want to attack the Libya base. Up here, we got Wales. Maroon made a turn 1 roar. We haven't seen that in so long. Let's freaking go. A turn 1 roar. That's a fire. That's a boot strat. Yellow finding out you can't put 2 guys here. You can only put 1. Green with a turn 1 Karelia. Wow. Pumper green. Cole is going to be a little late on Morocco. Red does get all of this. Brown is here. Brown is brown cut dark green. Dark green. Gray with a 10 income turn 1. Emerald looking like a beast with Belgium, Netherlands, straight into Germany. Peach is going to have to either fight or back out here. Brown versus dark green early on is good for the rest of the middle of the map. Turquoise is doing the right thing. He's expanding here, and he's going to pump into yellow. Yellow only has 2 gold. Yellow actually decides to take his income, and he's going to work up here in Russia. Thank you, Adam, for the names, by the way. Guys, names are in YouTube chat. Not sure about Twitch. Lavender is working on Italy. Light blue already with Spain, Catalonia, and these little islands. Like, that's a huge boot. Light blue is going to go from 8 to, like, 19. Light blue's a pumper. Pink is going to finish off Maroon. Maroon's going to learn the hard way. Roars are not the way to go turn 1. Those are a buff unit, guys. Turquoise does take this off of Yellow. And now he's going up here. Yellow's still alive. Gray actually with 18. Light blue with 15. So Gray is in Finland and Estonia. He might be playing in Russia. Blue is actually going for Sweden and Norway. But Gray is going to snipe that. And Violet and Orange fighting in Russia early. Orange with the 9 income and Violet with 11. This is looking pretty good. I think Orange, can he defend this? Yeah, he's not going to be able to defend this. There's like double the units, but Yellow's coming. Yellow's coming to save the day. Oh, can we see an early Russian alliance with Yellow and Orange? Oh, that is epic. What a savior. It's like when Rohan just comes and saves the day. Maroon is on a challenge. Yeah, Maroon's doing a challenge video for us. Pink is hunting him down. Purple wrapping up the islands. Light blue gets France. Emerald is kind of stuck here in the middle. His best bet right here is to compete against Gray. He can't let Gray get Sweden and Norway. That's his best bet to be in this game. And also he needs to hope that light blue focuses on the west. Red has taken his beautiful turn 1. He's up here in income. He's going to start sniping trees, and then he'll probably kill Peanut. And Mint is alive, so Mint's not out of this quite yet. Brown did wrap up Dark Green. Dark Green was Stoopy. He's out of the game. I think he did mention he was a newer player. And Lavender is going to move on Peach, and Brown's going to move on Turquoise. Peach actually must have been fighting Turquoise, and Turquoise does kind of make it up here with Teal. They're both kind of hiding out. Teal has a couple islands down here, and Light Blue hasn't touched him. But Light Blue, so Emerald does the right thing in my opinion. He fights Norway, Sweden. But this is what you couldn't really predict. You were kind of hoping Light Blue would wrap up the West like a normal play, but that's not what happens. Gray need a pirate. Like Gray had a 10 income turn 1, by the way. And Brown actually instantly finishes Turquoise up over here and now moves on to Navy. And Wheat he's bought so much time. Peanut's kind of buying time for Wheat. Because Red's taking a sweet time here. Maroon is Irvy. I've seen him around a while. Christ's sake, the first turn misclick was huge. Oh, are you Irvy? Yeah, that sucks, dude. I figured, like, the people in this lobby probably know not to make a roar, right? But sometimes you just hit. And Cole, sorry to get back to the game here though, but Cole does the right thing. I think when he jumps on Light Blue here, if the problem is, I think if I'm Gray, I would probably finish off Emerald. Although Emerald fighting Light Blue is kind of a beneficial thing for you. Light Blue has no gold, and this is a snowball. And when people start dogging on someone like this, they jump on them like a dog, like a pack of dogs. Like, this is so hard. This is all of Light Blue's gold next turn. Light Blue has 24 gold, and this is more than 24 gold. So when you build a snowball like this, even if you're a small person, you can actually just run over the map. And then other people are kind of enticed to hit him as well. So like light blue's trying to finish off emerald over here, but Cole has such a huge snowball. Cole hitting teal would be a mistake. I don't like this. I don't like this. I think you go into France. I must have missed chat. Dogging emote when. No one's here. I missed the tourney. I'm sorry, dude. At least you get to watch it though. Fat fingers. Yeah, dude. I fat finger all the time. Don't worry. I've double-clicked bases and made roars, made mortars. It just happens sometimes, man. Lavender's going to finish up this war versus Turquoise. Brown kind of started that war. Violet, Benjamin out of here. Unfortunate for him. Green's kind of been vibing this whole time. He hasn't really gotten involved in the Island Boy, or sorry, the Russian coalition. But Yellow and Orange, big teammates early on, really huge. Cole does kill Teal in Portugal, but Teal is still alive with these islands, and now he's more aligned to light blue than ever. Mint is still alive. Purple and pink, by the way, I think are making an alliance. I think the Island Boys are here. T-Batch is out of here. He did an epic hold. Took red like 4 turns to kill T-Batch, which is crazy. First round in tourney feels really bad, dude. Bad defend at Germany from Emerald. Yeah, he does get it back, though, somehow. It didn't look like he should be able to defend this, but light blue's probably busy looking around here. And he said, you said you're good there, Cole, blah, blah, blah. Russian alliance. MSCI was Peach, and MSCI is out of here so early. MSCI was actually going to go Germany turn 2 with Czech and Austria, but Emerald kind of stopped him from doing that. An early exit from MSCI. I will, no one. I did upload a video on Wednesday, and I have another one scheduled for the next week and one scheduled for the week after that. So trying to get back to at least a once-a-week schedule. Lavender, we'll see what he ends up doing. Mint out of nowhere, dropping here out of all places to fight Lavender. Very interesting. Oh, hello, hello. No one with the gifted subs on Twitch. You are an absolute pumper, dude. Thank you so much, guys. If you just got gifted a sub from no one, give him a big shout out there. Really appreciate that support. Thank you so much, no one. MSCI is down, and we got people cheering. Harakiri, he's out of here. He had that early fight with Yellow. I like what Yellow did, though. He took his income and made it into Russia. I heard talk of a Russian alliance, by the way, so I think we have to keep an eye on that. We might actually have Island Boys and a Russian alliance in the same game. And Wheat makes 3 tanks. Red has only 5 gold because Red was busy down here. And this is a horrible push. Pog for sure. Modslop never lucky. This is a horrible push from Wheat. The tanks are running into the 2 towers. And Brown kind of doing a similar thing. Navy actually can hold on to this. Navy only at 6 income, but with 4 and 2 towers here. The 3 tanks, though, they're going to soak up a lot of damage. Red doing a lot of damage to Wheat. Light Blue is going to live, and this is huge for Cole. Cole is doing all the right things, by the way, guys. As we see, Gray did wrap up the Baltics as well. But Cole's moving on Lavender, and he's letting Emerald fight Light Blue by himself. Happy Lav is dead. MSCI is just happy that Lavender is getting rolled over. Now we have kind of like a central alliance between Emerald and Cole. Cole with a huge comeback this game. All he had was Morocco and Algeria. And this just shows you if you attack at the right time and you know what you're doing, you can take down big players like Light Blue. Light Blue is on the run. The Island Boys are not going to take him in. Teal is just running for his life, by the way. Pink is all the way down here. I don't know what Pink is doing down here. Harakiri did get done dirty. He had a rough start. It was very questionable for Turquoise, which is Harakiri, to make units here when he saw Yellow had these 2 bases. Yeah, this was super questionable. Really greedy. Adam's rooting for Mappy to die. Hopefully we have some Mappy fanboys here. Pink is literally, Pink and Purple are literally down here. I think they might be role-playing on trying to capture all the islands. But poor Mint is taking the full blunt of that. Light Blue is going to land up here. Purple's building on him. Weed is running with the tanks. Green, I think Green. Yeah, Green, Orange, and Yellow have formed the Russian coalition, guys. These guys are Russian allies. Green, Orange, and Yellow. If they can somehow convince Gray to join that would be a really strong alliance. And also this Cole-Emerald alliance is really shaping up to be good as well. Cole's KD is off the charts for someone that's only been pumping lands. Light Blue is trees. Light Blue had such a good turn 1, turn 2. He did so good, and I think the attack into Emerald, this is the thing though. I think, like, yeah, hitting Emerald was maybe a good idea, but when you saw that he was fighting Gray, I think Light Blue should have wrapped up the West. He should have went into Africa. Lavender was busy in Italy. The Island Boys weren't attacking. I want to get his thoughts on that. It's always like hindsight 2020 though. Green is chasing down Lavender with Knights. And Yellow's cutting trees here to try to help against Brown. Brown is getting hit here. And Red is chasing Wheat's little Knight here. Teal out of nowhere, coming in and making a huge impact in this war, helping Red out a lot. But I think even without that, Red would have won. Red may be a 1v1 player, making the A ships this late into the game. Gray's kind of chilling. The Island Boys have kind of stopped now. They have SS in the south, and they have Italy. Like, what you mean, Cole? You're buddies with Purple. No, blah, blah, blah. They're communicating, and Perp just helped out Mint. So, I don't know. Moobs, hi Moobs. Oh, Moobs is trees. I knew that. Cole made peace with... Oh, yeah. He did the right thing. Like, obviously, it was a really great move on Cole's part. That's the one thing in the risk, is you just can't trust anyone's word. As we see the Russian coalition dominating Brown. This is going to be too much for Brown to handle. And Red's up here. Lavender's running. Green's over. Green has been chasing Lavender. I don't know what Lavender did to this man. Yeah, you cannot trust risk players. We are all rats. Rats are our spirit animal for a reason. Perma team or pre-team. How is this FFA? Yeah, well, see, teaming happens in FFA. Notes is out of here. Lavender, maybe a good idea for them to chase Notes down, because Notes is a really good player. And Pink is going to kill Mint here. We'll see if Cole gets involved, because Cole's at 37. And the Island Boys together are at 50 income. And Brown is going to lose a tank. He's kind of turtled up here, as is Wheat. If I was Red, I would give Teal Turkey, so Teal can get some income. Doesn't really make sense not to give him Turkey. And then you got to cut these trees here. Maybe Teal will just give up the port so Red can do all the dirty work. And Cole might be stopping Mint. Tut tut. Hi, no one. The hell. I really like this Russian alliance, by the way. I really like the Russian alliance a lot. Not too sure about the Island Boys. They're doing some strange things, like being down here. Gray seems pretty passive after his early wars. Not sure what Gray's up to. But Cole and Emerald, I also like that alliance a lot. And Teal and Red. So you look anywhere on the board right now, like you have allies everywhere. You got a 3-man, maybe a 4-man, but probably a 3-man. Over here, you got a 2-man down here, a 2-man here, a 2-man here. You kind of have Gray on the outside looking in. I think Gray needs to make some friends. He's trying to Diplo with the Russian alliance just a little bit. And Yellow is just trying to pull back his troops. I think Yellow's going to get this. Swan Lee was Brown. Another pumper out. Oh, so Teal, maybe not the best pirate. He does finally take Turkey, though. What's up? Eiler with the super chat. Thank you so much. Pizza money to the next player that's eliminated. All right, the next player from right now that dies. Oh, was it Swan Lee? Are we giving this to Swan Lee? Some stream snipers just insta FF. Like you're in Cole's position after what you did and you just FF for the pizza money. That's awesome, by the way. Thank you for that donation. Are we choosing Swan Lee? I'm going to let you make the decision here. Pink Island Boys jumping on Red here now. Red with 85 gold. He really needs to hold this, but this is too big of a surround now. He needed to respond with both bases building. Wheat dying is kind of a big deal. Navy's also helping out. Navy lived, by the way, because of the Russian alliance hitting Brown. So Navy somehow held on long enough in Crimea. And Navy kind of making a good play, helping kill Wheat. But this is a lot. Purple making the SS against Red. Cole, can you help out? It's okay. Okay, here you come. This is perfect for Cole, guys. This is exactly what you do when you see the Island Boys doing too much. The Island Boys getting involved in the south, this is exactly what you do. You can't let the Island Boys team over the map. And so, yeah, Cole needs to come down here, and he needs to help out instantly. You got to shut down the alliances when you can. Island Boys, Russian Coalition, those are two big ones that you really got to shut down. Just because people can, it's an unspoken rule. Like, you know exactly what to do. If your ally moves, you move. Like, the coordination is just off the charts. Red is having an issues here, and Purple's going to pop out the other SS. He did a great job with the damaging here. Purple does have drops ready to go. Red can run. Mint is also still alive. He was running from the Island Boys, so the Island Boys might be making too many enemies. Although it looks like Cole says screw it. He's not going to get involved against the Island Boys. He's actually going to help against green. Yeah, Swan Lee, disappointingly quick, but he was defeated seconds after my message. It was very quick, but, you know, I don't think Swan Lee is going to be disappointed. Mr. J, yeah, you got pizza, my friend. You can thank Eiler for that. I believe that's MicroHive, but he donated and said the next person to get eliminated gets this money for pizza. So you'll have to reach out to Poo Monkey for a little donation there. Insta FF when you wrote that. Yeah, not sketch. Cole's actually helping the Island Boy Coalition, which is crazy. Red was Mappy. Mappy played really well. I think he took way too long killing Peanut. He probably could have made Peanut his ally or moved Peanut, but he didn't get big enough fast enough. Wheat getting Turkey and then having to fight Wheat slowed him down. Lots of misplays there for sure. Mappy is down. Yeah, the Germans have been defeated. The Germans are dead. Red does lose this, the drops, the movement. Cole making friends across the map. Gray has not forgotten what Emerald did to him earlier. And Gray's taking this opportunity while Cole's busy. Cole, with the weirdest war into green, this war didn't make sense. Saving Red actually made more sense in my mind. But Cole deciding to hit green out of all people. And this is such a weird angle to push. You don't even have this. Mint, by the way, still alive. I think he's going to help because I think he's with Cole. Like, Mint has Cole as a master. But those two being busy means that Gray can pick on Emerald. Teal, looking back, he's back into the game. We'll see if the Island Boys know that Teal was with Red. Fight till the last man. Rough start. Mappy, you're not garbage. You're just rusty, dude. You haven't played in a while. And here comes Orange. So Orange is actually helping out Gray. So this coalition could be stronger than we think. Right now, we think it's green, yellow, orange. But Orange coming in here to hit Emerald with Gray. And Cole's actually hitting Gray as well. So the alliances, they have popped, guys. They have popped. This is exactly how the world wars start. Gray and Orange and Green are now against Cole and Emerald. Emerald, I mean, this man's just running for his life. I can't see the units on my screen. I'm assuming he has SS running somewhere. But Cole getting involved in too many wars, and Mint is with Cole. Again, I have no idea where Emerald is. He's on a clock. Okay, this is his last SS. Gray take Germany. And Cole, he invested a lot into this fight against Green. He has a lot of units, and he has enough gold to hold. We'll see what the Island Boys decide to do. Pink is still busy trying to wrap this up. Teal is chilling. Navy is running. Navy actually running from yellow. This doesn't really make sense. I feel like if you're yellow, Navy could have been an ally, but Sega's out of here. We could remove that, but I don't think it's worth it, Robert, unless you have a good reason for it. We are Legion. Too many Danes. We are Legion. There's a lot of Danes that play Risk. Gray with the top income, so being passive and making some friendships with the Russian Alliance. Maybe Gray was in the Russian Alliance all along. Right now, it surely looks like it. The only person that's not really doing much is Yellow, but he is healing up his tanks. And Mint has kind of stopped. Mint did enough to take out Green's land. He's not really helping Cole, and Cole's kind of getting 3v1'd at the moment. Peter with the Happy Friday $20 donation. That's my dude right there. This man somehow, him and I are still best buds. Even after all the fights that we get in Risk. Somehow, this man is like one of the biggest supporters of the channel still. I don't fully understand it, but I freaking love him for it. You guys are on fire today. Thank you guys so much for the support. Is this because we posted a video to the channel? We go 2 months without posting a video, and we make one video, put it on the channel, and then everyone's like, yeah, they're back. Gray has a full surround on Cole here. But Cole's doing a great job with the reinforcements, and he has at least one tower shooting at the moment. The SS fight definitely matters, but Gray got the snipe on Portugal, so I kind of figured that was wrapped up. And yeah, now Orange is going against Mint. So these Island Boys, I think, have to make a move fast because the Russians, they're taking over the map, guys. People forfeit too early. Yeah, I mean, that could be said. Yellow is over here. He's even helping against Mint. And Yellow could actually get into Africa. This could be bad for Cole. Because Cole lost the SS front. He's running from them with SS. Pink is actually taking his time cutting trees. Russian Alliance, can I join you guys? And then Emerald's over here with his SS. But these are enemies, by the way. Like, these are enemies. We'll see what happened. And I don't think Cole expects getting attacked from this angle. This one B-ship that chased down Navy is doing work, guys. And Gray's kind of getting destroyed. I guess all his spawns can't really be used unless he loads them up. He did win the SS battle at least. That was really important. But yeah, Yellow is doing some work on Cole. So if you're Trees and you're watching this, you're still here, you're probably happy to see Cole get teamed to death like this. Orange is taking down Mint. Mint never really had a chance here. We'll see how his defense is, but he's definitely outgolded, and he's been small and running all game long. This is a pretty good snowball for Cole. He's going to get that base. But Yellow coming in here just really hurts. And Yellow in Africa really hurts. Emerald is over here. Orange sees it pretty fast. Teal is just trying to hold on against Pink. Pink and Purple really need to get involved, I think. Purple is getting involved. I think he's stopping Green. He's stopping Green from pushing. And if you look at the incomes right now, it's Gray, Orange, Green, Yellow. So 4 of the top 6 are together. Yeah, Yellow is beast mode right now. Cole's pushing to Green was his downfall. Yeah, this is not how you want to... You don't want to cut trees here, make an SS, and then push this west to east. That was definitely his downfall. I really think his best bet was allying Mappy and helping against the Island Boys. But now that we see what's happening here, like, the Russians jumped on Emerald very quickly. The Island Boys are kind of getting involved. I don't know, though. Is it enough? Orange has a ball of tanks. Yellow, honestly, should just take over the Ukraine front and shut down Emerald. Emerald's being really annoying, and Orange is preoccupied. Cole and Gray are kind of in a 1v1. Pink has no idea what's going on with the map because he's so busy cutting trees over here. Russian roll. I said that, no one. I literally said, and the video, it's perfect timing because the video is literally titled, "Is Russia Too Strong?" It's pretty good timing for the channel. And we're kind of seeing it. I'm telling you guys, you don't have to role play, but just making these allies like Island Boys and the Russian comrades, like that, you say one word and if they say yes, it's an insta in your head like, okay, we can rock and roll. We're just going to roll over the map, help each other. We got each other's backs. We're going to team. We don't have to say anything. If I see my ally act, I act. If I act, I expect my ally to act. That's what makes them so strong because you don't have to coordinate. You don't have, it's not a pre-team. You don't have to be in voice chat. You don't have to be text chatting. People all the time are like, oh, it's got to be a pre because they're not typing. It's like, no. If you see your Island Boy making SS and going somewhere, you're making SS and you're following without having to be told, right? Yellow, by the way, he came back. He came back into this game in a good way. He has all of Africa, Spain. He's rolling up here. Cole is on the verge of death. And if you remember, Yellow had that tough start with Turk down here, and he insta went up into North Russia and Siberia and Moscow. By the way, they did save Teal. And Yellow insta helped Orange versus Violet. And that's what makes a good Russian alliance. So Yellow kind of kicked the ball, or started the ball off by choosing Orange to help against Violet early game. I wish we would have saw more Pink and Purple. Pink had that early fight with Maroon, chased him down, and Purple already had the map up, and they must have just been like, hey, Island Boys, okay. Purple has SS in Italy. He can do a slow push up here, but I think when you look at the incomes now, if you have Orange, Gray, Yellow, Green versus Pink. Oh, yeah, Pink and Purple now. Where's Cole at? Cole's all the way down here. So the Island Boys, somehow the Island Boys have the bottom of the map. I need Pizza Man from North Italy. Purple's trying to role play. I don't think so, MicroHive. I think you keep the FF. Because like what? People can just, they can leave. It's the same thing, right? Leave. I don't think that's a valuable thing to add to the map. I am loving this though, and if you're part of this Russian alliance, you have to end everyone. There's 4 of you, right? So there's plenty of map to share, and with 4 players, your odds of winning are still really high. It's not like one person's probably going to dominate the map. Emerald is still alive and has Cyprus. He also has Crimea because of that SS. Yellow has a lot of tanks over here. Orange has a lot of tanks somewhere. Not entire. Okay, wait. I thought a lot, but 3 is not a lot. How's his KD? It's not bad. Green doesn't really have a standing army.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Cole's barely hanging on. This is really smart play from Gray. This is a really smart play. Gray realizes the SS are down here. Pink and purple now have the bottom of the map. Mint is somehow still alive. I don't know how this guy is alive. He betrayed. Gray's betraying us, purple says, which Gray's really... He's worked his way into this Russian alliance. Yellow does use the tanks. That's the right play. The SS will do some damage. The towers will do some damage. But with proper micro, this should be really good for Yellow. Cole is actually going to come and help. This is a great move for Cole. Got to support your allies wherever you can. And purple and pink just don't have what it takes to defend the islands up here. If I'm pink, you kind of got to finish off teal. You kind of got to move north. You got to fight someone. Pink is being a little too passive in my mind. Yellow, can I have France? Like, green wants to get us around here, and he wants to do a push. Unbox, maybe for a tournament you can make it so someone FF or dies, they can't just talk. Yeah, that's not a bad feature. So there's no observer talk. We've had some people that have been annoying with that, but for the most part, I feel like the people aren't bad. Gray killing his only friend Cole. I think Gray finagled his way into the Russian boys. We're going to find out. It's a little too late to go back. Gray is fighting purple, by the way, and not pink. So he's selectively choosing to kill purple. This is good chat, by the way, guys. I hope you guys read this. I look down every once in a while, look at them talking about he's always Russian. World so like these guys are role playing so hard. Now, who is he saying he's always Russian? Yeah, I've been in Russia, purple. Gray is claiming to be part of the Russian alliance. He does have Leningrad, and depending on who you ask, I mean, Russia did claim all these lands at one point. So, wait. Cole killed off... Oh, APOD deserved so much better. APOD's going to come to chat. Dang. Mint telling Pink to retake it if he needs the income. NA. We got an NA player. Okay. Purple is on something. Purple better watch out, though, because Gray has a huge fleet. And he's kind of surrounded. Gray did roar his fleet. Purple's going to pop out and pop with his roars. Yellow moving everything to Africa. Big SS fight. Purple has more at the moment. It happens, Tobias. You played really good, though. You lasted a long time. Yeah, a great fight in the middle, by the way, as Emerald. Purple doing a good job microing and pulling back. The drops here don't make a lot of sense because it kind of blocks you from reinforcing anything. Pink is actually going to kill off Gray. So, or sorry, that was Cole. Pink is killing off Cole. That was Neo Complex. So Tox is actually out of here. Tox is gone. A lot of good players gone, guys. Probably the favorite to win it, MSCI, gone early as well. He had 2 SS. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's a huge deal because that can win or lose that fight. Actually, if he uses those SS, yeah, he could actually be active and attack. Pink is trying to just like distance himself from purple now, though. Pink isn't really helping purple out. So this Island Boy alliance was not as tight as we thought. I'm reading about the bug MicroHive posted. Yeah, I mean, it works for the most part. When it doesn't, it's a little annoying, but it's fine. Purple doesn't have a lot of time to work on this, though. Like he's got to win this fast, is what I'm trying to say. because gray is out incoming him so much. Gray can make an extra SS every turn. I mean, this is really the only thing to look at on the map at the moment. We'll keep an eye on it. Green is hitting pink in the north. Not entirely sure what that's about. And these guys are kind of just letting gray ball out and fight. Green is fighting this as well. But green seems to still be hell-bent on killing the island boys. Yellow says take mint. Interesting. So yellow was with Cole. Or sorry, mint was with Cole. And was against orange, but yellow's letting him live. That's the other thing, when alliances are this big, you kind of forget who is against who. Like, even as a caster who sees the whole thing, like, we'll forget. But we don't forget in this case. But yeah, in this case, yellow letting mint live doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Thank you, Tobias. I did not see that pink gave Greenland, so he must have gave those lands to green. Again, trying to distance himself. Because he's giving lands to the guy that's attacking his supposed ally. So pink is just trying to say, look, Island Boys isn't a thing anymore. Purple with the my mouse. Not excuse, but we've seen a lot of mouse issues lately, guys. Unfortunately, even if purple was a god, I don't think it would matter. You joined the wrong side trying to help Cole. So Cole was Neo Complex. Yeah, what he did, that was a really great play, but he made such a huge mistake hitting green here. He had really big opportunities. He could have saved either, like, he just needed allies, right? And he was actually allied to the Island Boys, but hitting green and starting a war against Russia, maybe he didn't even know he was doing that. Not a great move. Can I join the Greece Alliance? The purple's trying. That's not a thing, man. They're already formed. Gray no need to chase. Yeah, well, gray knows why. There's a reason. There is definitely a reason to kill mint. And this map is looking bizarre. Purple is lost. He has no idea. But the whole, like, Teal even joined the Russian alliance. They gave him Moscow. Does that make Teal the leader of the Russian alliance? The map is pretty much conquered by Russians. They need to finish off purple and pink. And this is the thing when you're trying to be like an innocent bystander like pink. You're the next person. Like, who are they going to hit? They're not going to hit each other yet. They're going to hit pink. Especially, like, they took in your enemy Teal. And this entire time, pink has just been watching. He's been giving lands to the enemy. I really want to see pink team to death. And mint is going to die. Merton's out of here. He was a good pirate. He was definitely loyal to Cole. He made some really great moves down here, but the Island Boys coming down here, like when Merton was fighting Lavender, and then the Island Boys came and chased like that, I just didn't understand what they were doing. I don't know what this means, but I think green just wants to kind of swap some lands. Because green has 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas of the map. What is this map, players? Yeah, green is in, like, yellow has a bunch of different areas. Orange is kind of separated. Gray still a little separated himself. This is what happens when you're a strong alliance, though. But yeah, it would kind of make sense for them to, like, split up the map. Like, green maybe could get some of these lands. Gray could get this. Yellow could get this. Orange is kind of fine. Uh-oh. I got to sneeze, I think. Hold on. All right. Whew. Hopefully I did mute myself in time. Pink is... This man is a villain. I want this guy to lose. I want this guy to get teamed to death. He deserves it. Purple and pink didn't do anything wrong to hit Italy, but pink had no balls. They just didn't act... I mean, they ended up getting position on the map, but this makes no sense. But they were not good Island Boys, that's for sure. And pink... Who is he? If this is for purple... If... Pink is trying to say that he's part of the Russian alliance because But there's a pecking order, guys. It's just common sense. There's a pecking order. There's the original 3, then there's gray, then there's teal, and now there's pink. And you work off of them in that order. Pink isn't even spending half his gold to do this. These transports are loaded. That's a trap. Pink is trying to switch alliances. He's trying to say he's Russian. He gave up purple a long time ago. He gave lands to green while they were fighting purple. And now he's saying that Crimea is part Russia. And so he's trying to join the Russian alliance. He thinks that's his way out. Gray coming back now. Purple's in trouble. Gray is coming back. Purple's going to get surrounded here. He's running. Pink killing his only ally. And look, this is just going to make him look like an unreliable ally. So he's like joining the Russian alliance. But it makes him look so unreliable because he just turned on his only ally this entire game. I do feel really bad for Purple. Purple deserved better, guys. I feel really bad for Purple. Would you take him in? I think you have to kill him. It's like this is so much bounty. And then like you kill Purple and then you jump Pink. And then the new game happens where it's just the original alliance. Oh, thumbs down. Womp womp. That's like Gladiator when the Emperor gives the thumbs down for the kill. Yeah, such a rat play. I really don't like Pink. He turned on his ally, and they were good allies too. Like these two were good allies. They were island boys. And this is what happens when you have a weak island boy alliance. Look at this. He's turning on it so fast. I think you kill this. You kill this, and then you instantly kill purple or pink. Smoko was purple. Dang. I do honestly feel bad for Smoko. I know Smoko hasn't always been the best of allies in games, but he does not deserve this. This time, he got pink. Like pink was what Smoko usually was. Names left. Let's see. Tap the Slap, Jack, Redblood, Faker, I'm Awesome, and Zate. Good names. Really good names left. Lots of tournament winners in that list as well. This is a huge feed for Gray. I think you feed up, you feast.
A town is under siege.
You're going to get what? Oh, like a couple hundred kills here? And then you insta attack Pink. Apod's even talking bad about Pink. I love that. Everyone's trash talking. Oh yeah, everyone is pretty much against. This is what happens when the narrative is that you're a backstabbing teamer. Like you team with Purple, you're on a team, and then you instantly turn on him the second that things look bad. Look at that. Beautiful bounty for Gray. Huge fleet. And I think you gotta kill Pink now. Technically, all your enemies are dead. Everyone who opposed you is dead. Cole, Mint, they're all dead. Purple's dead. Pink is the last one to live here. Yellow moving in. I think Yellow might want some land here so that he can... Is he going to kill Teal? No, actually, he's going for the kill. He's going to go for the kill on Teal. All right. I don't not like this. Yeah, Moob, sweet justice. I hope Pink is not Zate. This is very interesting. I'm curious of what the decision is here. Why would you kill Teal in this situation? But it's not the... He says you weren't Russian. This is really good, because if Pink helps you kill Teal, and then you have a border with Pink and you lead a charge to kill Pink, that's how I think it should go. At least that's how I would do it in my head. I gave my life to defend the territory. You're a Russian pawn. If you're Pink, though, you have to be sweating because you're watching Teal. You're watching it unfold. And that's gonna be you. Like, that's gonna be pink here in a second. Yeah, no one's taking you in. Once one Russian is against you, they're all against you. A Russian betrayal. Here's the thing, they only took you in to be a deterrent against pink, I think. It's definitely not the first betrayal, man. I feel bad for Teal, though. Teal had a rough game. He's been all over the map. He randomly had the islands in the south. Cole kind of jumped him in Portugal. He ran. What he did, he actually helped out Mappy really well in that war. We all agreed no betray here. The role players are taking over a tournament game. See, okay, it was 4. So I think that confirms that. I think Gray was part of the original Russian alliance, guys, which is absolutely huge. When the Russian alliance extends to the Baltics and Scandinavia, that's really scary for the rest of the map. And it's hard to keep track and know that there's 4 people. Like, it's pretty easy to know that, like, green, yellow, and orange were allied, but to also then, like, find out that gray is allied too, like, that's terrifying. I really want to see the fall of pink, though. I want pink to die, and then I want the game to move on to the king of Russia. Who is this true leader of Russia out of these 4 players? But they can't make the mistake. They have to kill pink. Like, that's a huge mistake to leave him alive, because he's a wild card. And if you're making a Russian alliance, you have to have one of the Russians live. One of the Russians have to win. Not live. They have to win. That's the key. Green's even going to get involved. These guys are dead. This is, I mean, this is the only thing happening on the map, too. Teal's trying. Even Gray making roars, that's when you know. That's rough. That's very rough, Teal. Everyone's surrounding you. There's no... The Russians have pretty much 90% of the map. There's no place for you to run, my friend. Apod got STFU'd. I don't know what he was saying that got him STFU'd. Maybe just talking in general.
The town is under siege.
Yeah, this is better for yellow because of his spawns then. I don't think Teal's making it out of this because they have nowhere else to look anyways. Names? Yeah, we can get you names. Tap the Slap, Jack, Redblood, Faker, I'm Awesome, and Zate. So the cool thing with this game is... Oh, yellow. How do you miss that? Yellow was down here, and he was in a bad spot, and he instantly took his income, went North Russia and Siberia. Violet had Central and was attacking Orange and Volga and was going to win, but Yellow came down and saved the day. So Yellow kind of started the Russian alliance with Orange early on when they beat Violet. Then they added Green and Gray to it. So there's a 4-person Russian alliance. They let in Teal, and they let in Pink. They haven't actually confirmed Pink, by the way. Pink was an island boy, and he betrayed Purple, who was his other island boy. He instantly turned on Purple when things were looking bad. Oh, you were talking shit about Pink. That's fair. I mean, I've been talking shit about Pink as well. The tanks are coming now. This actually isn't bad that he let him live, because it's more feed for him, right? So... Yellow, the offer still stands. Goodbye, Teal. What offer? I think Teal is offering to be a slave. Teal has no end of an era, Teal. It was not a long era. Teal has not been alive that long. This making one rifle at a time is not going to do it. I don't think this is the right play either. We'll see. He's just feeding knights. Pink is absolutely a bloody rat, guys. I love having a villain in lobbies, though. It's always great having a villain. Teal's going through the 5 stages of grief. Or 5 stages. Yeah. That was a bad follow-up, Gray. You had a good start, a good intro to that punchline. There's just no punchline. Alright, Teal doing some work on his deathbed. He's farming for sure. A little dispel from Yellow. They're just taking too long, though. They got to kill Teal fast, and then you got to kill You got to kill pink because there's only 16 turns to overtime. This needs to happen way faster. And yellow, that's actually, you're making Russia look weak. That's actually quite the diss. That is quite the diss from green. Making Russia look weak. That's not good Diplo in my eyes. It's role-playing for sure, but here's the thing. You just have to make it so this guy doesn't take us. Just make a tank. There we go. Orange is doing the right thing. Because the tanks will at least be useful. That's like you're going to use these tanks. You just have to make it so teal is dead from the timer. Orange is doing the right thing. Let's see if yellow learned. Yellow was an OG. Yellow, orange, and green were definitely the OGs. Make a tank, buddy. All right, he's going to waste gold on the knights. The knights won't be that useful later on. Like, a tank is useful. He spent 20 gold. I love making the tanks, but the knights just seem so pointless. You don't really need to make it here. Yeah, you got enough units. Teal's got to be close to dead, right? We can't actually see the timer. He's going to lose that one. That one gets trapped. He's got... Yeah, okay, there's the timer. Yeah, 4 seconds. And we get the names. Zate. Maniacs, he said. That's hilarious. I like that as an insult because it's not really an insult. You playing with a bunch of maniacs. That's really funny. All right, so now it's the Russian alliance, and then there's Pink, who claims to be Russian alliance because of Crimea, but is actually an island boy. Do they move everything to fight Pink? Yes, Gray's even calling it out. Hi, baby. I missed you. Wifey just got home. You said Crimea Russian, though. A good guy, but not Russian. Yeah, okay, this is exactly what we needed. And this, guys, is a lesson for all of you. If you haven't learned by now, there is a pecking order in the alliance. Look at them jump on Pink. This is going to be so satisfying to watch. Monslop, thank you for the names. The fleet is coming. The tanks are coming. Yellow's coming. The only one I don't see moving is green, which could bite green in the butt, because if he doesn't show support against Pink in this war, then he might be the next Russian to fall. That's a reason for these Russians to hit Pink, or to hit green. In green, okay, green is loading up. You have to make some moves here as green. You can't just sit and let these guys do all the work. And these ships, though, these ships could farm, because this is a lot of rifles. I think if you're Pink, you want this port on the off chance that yellow decides to make SS. And Pink's best bet, honestly, I think his best bet is full ships. He makes ships, holds Crimea, has a roar here, he takes the port, and he just has 1,000 golden ships. And he just defends this like his life depends upon it. Because like defending here doesn't make too much sense. And if you have these ports, the only person you're going against is the one fleet that's coming in from this this little choke point. Like whereas if you're here and you're going to defend, you're going to get hit from yellow, you're going to hit from gray, possibly even green. Like there's like 3 different people that could fight you there. Orange isn't even going to get involved in this. He's just going to let this happen. I think you roar tanks and then you have artillery in the back. And you just poke him, because I don't think Pink can micro that while everything else is happening. If Pink helped purple, they'd be... Yeah, Pink didn't help purple. Pink is a villain in my eyes. And this is really hard to defend. It's really hard when you have them up here. Although... Okay, I thought someone would take the front over here in Libya. This is actually pretty easy to defend at the moment. I thought like Libya would be under assault and then like an army would be approaching from this angle. This is almost impossible for Gray, by the way, because when you come in here, if you don't own this, you could get hit by this tower, and then this choke, obviously. And even if you pull into here, like Pink can give this up and he can surround the base with SS. Or he can just do this, right? Like, this is so hard for him. Yeah, hindsight 2020, Adam, but that is exactly what should have happened.
Forces are under attack.
Huge fight over here. Let's see if they pull back. Yellow is pulling back some tanks. Pink has a lot of gold. Oh, guys. This is why I said he should have taken the port. This is... Oh, Pink is going to have to fight on land now. That's tragic. This is great for Gray because he's going to be the guy that has the SS, right? Like, Gray's going to be the SS guy. No one's really going to be able to compete with him on water. He has the most kills. He'll have the most bounty. He'll have the biggest fleet. So now Pink only has this. And now he's going to have to drop 700 gold on land. He should have taken this port. He should have had SS here. That's not hindsight 2020, by the way. That's just facts. Like, that's just like he should have known to do that. Because what are you going to do? You're just going to spend on tanks and slowly get whittled down here, getting hit by 4 guys. Whereas at least with this, you only have 1 person that can hit you. Like, yeah, someone could assault Crimea, but with SS and stuff here, ugh, I don't know, man. That's rough. Great bounties for Gray. Gray did all the heavy lifting, even pulls out some of these injured SS. So this is kind of the last place for Pink. He has 400 gold and he has 3 bases right here that he's going to build from. The tanks come out, so Yellow's kind of going to take the blunt, the blunt of this. Yellow's going to get hit hard by this. He's going to lose a tank there. He might lose a tank here. He's lost a couple down here. He's going to lose another one possibly down here. If you're Pink, you can't give the space up. Don't give the space up, bro. Bro. Not that it really matters, but that's a lot easier to defend. Now this base gets surrounded. So many mistakes from Pink. I'm so curious. Because, like, the players that are left, they're good players. They're really good players. So, like, who would do this? Like, who would let that port go undefended? Who would decide to defend with land? Who would not defend this base? Like, this base is so important. Now his best bet is to just pull everything back, and now you just have these 2 bases. But like I said, you're just going to get whittled down. He's kind of farming Yellow. Yellow is getting destroyed here. Great pullbacks, though. We're saying Yellow's getting destroyed. He is losing and taking a lot of damage on this front, but he is finally pulling back a lot of these tanks. But that base is gone. Gray's retreating his fleet back to the north. Yellow losing another tank. And, okay, he does save that one. Pink losing some stuff, though. Pink is Faker, you guys think? Well, I don't care who it is. I'm just glad that the Russians did what they had to do here. This is exactly how it should have been done. I think all right, but if he had 1,000 gold Easter, he had 1,000 gold in whatever fleet he had. If he takes the port here, holds his fleet here with a roar, and then builds 1,000 gold of SS here, does he die no matter what? Because, like, how are they going to fight him? How do they, you know? Yeah, the Diplo, he would have to Diplo his way out or buy enough time for the overtime to matter. He's dead no matter what, though, probably. I think his best bet was holding this with the fleet, because this is so hard to push if you control these, and like only a certain number of people can attack you at one time, right? And 1,000 gold plus the 12 or so SS. Baker would have typed 200 essays screaming. All right, so this is not fake. We're gonna find out who this is in a second. God, look at this fleet though from Gray. He's got 1, 2. He's got 4 control groups of SS. No one should be making SS this game. Gray, I would love to see green, orange, and yellow jump Gray after this, because I think those 3 are the more Russians out of the Russians. Easter really likes to type with exclamation marks. They can push Turkey port from land. Yeah, but even if they take this port, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have the roar here and you have SS, you have this line. See how this line is bigger than this line? So you have more SS shooting a fewer SS. Like, yeah, you can't hold the port, but you can hold this area. I've seen, well, here's the thing, though. I'm just saying this based off of me seeing Soxu do this before, where he got teamed by the whole map. He held up here, and then he ended up somehow coming back and winning the game because he held out long enough. Because he made it impossible for them to go in. But that's Soxu. So let's be real. Like, theory, it's possible, but actually executing it, probably not possible. Yeah, and the Russians aren't terrible, right? Like, the people that are left in this lobby are really good. Pink is just trying to get a couple extra kills here. Lots of injured tanks from green. Lots of injured tanks from yellow, but great job from yellow pulling back a lot of them. We saw him lose quite a bit, but him and green end up finishing off pink here. And this makes me so happy, by the way. This makes me so happy. The Russians did it, guys. Just in time for our Wednesday video that we posted. Is Russia too strong? Does Russia need to be nerfed? We just saw the Russians dominate a tournament lobby. I absolutely love it. And they did it the right way, too. They killed off every single player who wasn't part of the original Russian alliance. Well, they almost killed them off. Also, my nose will not stop being itchy. They need to take Lebanon. And then the question's going to be who has the best chance to win this game. Oh! Easter, it was wrong. Oh, and Apod. Okay, Apod tried to get his revenge. This happened because of me. Maybe. I think we might have found the new meta, guys. The title of this should be Is Russia Stronger Than the Island Boys? You're beautiful. Of course, it's Faker, Tobias said. At last, peace in the world, a utopia. Now the real game starts. That was the first half, guys. The real game starts here. Who is going to win? Who is the true king of Russia? Kev gave me the beating I deserved in that video. Who were you in that video? What color? Island Boy. I don't know, Filthy Hippie. Island Boys? We just saw the Island Boys get dominated by the Russian Confederation. Unboxed. Yeah, that's kind of an insult to you, my friend. Miracles happen. I don't think so, man. I think a true Russian alliance is stronger than the Island Boys. It's definitely stronger than these Island Boys. Smoko got so screwed over by Faker. Like, Smoko deserved way better of an ally there. You were purple. Now I need to remember the game, because I kind of forget my own game. I'm scared of red blood. I'm awesome pre-team, though. So why do you have to end every sentence with an exclamation mark, Easter? It's like you're yelling. Like, when I read it, I want to yell while reading your comment. 100% insult on Bucks. Yeah. I like people like Risk where, like, they can play good, but they can also, like, role play sometimes. Like, I want good players that can also, like, role play and, like, just have fun in the game and not sweat all the time. Filthy Hippie, that makes me sad. What makes you sad? Oh, the Island Boy breakup. Faker's here. I need to know his, like, he thought he could just switch sides. In, like, what world? When have you ever watched a tournament where you could just switch sides, so that, like, by not help? Like, Eb, I was baffled. The decision making didn't play out in my head. Easter is yelling. Easter's, like, banging on his computer. You stoopies. Yeah. I don't think it's an FFA still. That probably got CFU. I don't think it's an FFA though. I think teaming is going to happen still. It's all about who can out-diplo themselves here. The one drawback for Gray is that he has a huge fleet. And one thing you'll see with the Russian alliance is that we don't do ships. So they might see this and say a true Russian wouldn't have this many ships. Russia is all about land and tanks, not about ships. So I could definitely see Gray on the outside looking in. That's just a feeling I have, though. I have a feeling yellow and orange are the tightest in this group, because yellow didn't have to do this, but yellow saved orange from violet on turn 3 or 4. Like, instantly, without being asked. He went down out of his way, built from Moscow, and literally saved orange so early in the game. So those two, I think, are the tightest. If we see a 6v6 for the attorney win, Mr. J, we're going to have some issues. if that's how they go about winning the game, we're going to have some issues.
Under attack.
Green says, I'll share the wealth. Okay, so green actually somehow is the top income out of all these people. Sharing the wealth is good. Yellow? Is yellow making a move against gray? Because gray is a little like yellow? Excuse me. Hello? And yellow taking this. This is interesting. You were always sort of a fake Russian.
Town is under siege.
Hi, faker. A cursed game. But you cursed yourself, man. All you had to do was be a loyal island boy. Yellow the first to go. I think you're wrong, Astupi. I think yellow is diploing this right now to turn against gray. And he's doing it the right way, and orange is even on it. Oh, we could have a 2v2. We could have a 2v2. Because green and gray were kind of closer together for a while. Green helped gray out early on in that war with emerald.
Town is under siege.
And yellow and orange are the tight ones. If you're green, I think the best thing you can do is join gray here. If green helps against gray, green's the next after that. I think the pecking order is orange, yellow, green, gray. Yeah, gray saying he helped against the start, but I mean, they're doing the right diplo. They are doing the right diplo, guys. I think this is how you do it. And Gray has a lot of income now. He's got a nice position with the SS, but SS don't win the city count. Faker calling risk out, saying play in the tournament. Perp and me should have moved while yeah, you guys should have moved way faster, I think. Gray probably should have taken Greenland, Svalbard, Iceland. Yeah, but I think he wants green. Gray has a chance to get green on his side. If I'm Gray, what I would say is like these two think they're the true Russians. They're trying to gaslight us. Let's take over them because they're the top two income, right? So I think green and gray could build an alliance off of orange and yellow assaulting gray. We need a king to rule them all to stop this madness. We owe him nothing, everything. And when you see these two hyping each other up as much as they are, if you're green, I think that kind of makes you like, am I on the outside looking in? They are trying their best to diplo. It's kind of like a crazy, chaotic game now. We can't do it without you. Green might be the kingmaker here. I love it. They can't do it without him. Who is the favorite here out of the remaining players? Equal or skilled? Let's see. Skill-wise, I would probably go with Red Blood, and then maybe I'm Awesome. Not to knock Jack or Tap. They're both good players as well. Position-wise, I think it actually comes down to who can diplo the best. Green is, I think he's doing the right thing. I think if you're green, but the other thing is if you're green and you see gray has this fleet, like you can't beat gray by yourself, right? That's the other problem. Like, I don't think green is in a position to beat gray all by himself, and that's a huge army. This is a great move from gray. Roared tanks moving in, taking Africa. And I think green is going to help gray out. That's probably the right play, because I think if they kill gray, I think orange and yellow are just so tight that they would then team green after that. And the diplo did not work out here. It kind of backfired. And yellow's just going to say, take my lands, gray. This is, again, a diplo move, guys. I don't think he's actually giving up. How do you defeat gray without SS? You got to have a bigger land army. And his SS can only be in one place at a time, really. I don't know. I don't think you want to make a fleet against this, though. He has 1, 2, 3. He has like 3 control groups of SS. Someone do the math for me there, but I think that's 4, 8, 12. That's like 1,400 gold, which that's your entire bank. Plus, then you have to think he has a bank already, right? So you'd have to spend your whole bank just to match him, and then if he spends anything else, green, orange is betraying you. Yeah. The gray is winning the Diplo here because orange and yellow played their cards too hard. And now, oh, so green was only against yellow apparently. I think I really like situations like this where allies are so confused and don't know who to go for. They're all so confused on what's happening and who's with who. Yellow still is in this game, by the way, guys, because he has a huge army, but he does not have a good position. And gray, I don't know about this. I don't really like the idea of him moving all his ships up north. But I guess he really wants to push this, but this is hard to push. Oh, he does have this base. That's kind of nice. Russian Alliance was too strong, Faker. The Russian Alliance was OP this game. They did a really great job coordinating their attacks without having to speak. Also, when you have 4 people allied, it's so hard to know exactly who you're going against and stuff. But yeah, you've won tournaments, right? So keep playing the way that you play. Just you, in my mind, you were the villain this game, though, Faker, because of what you did. You betrayed the Island Boys. I never like seeing an Island Boy betrayal. I think this is a mistake. The only positive here is that gray had, oh, okay, gray has this as well. And he tried to go for a base snipe. This might be the mistake for orange then, making SS in this situation. Green making really big grounds over here. Kind of surrounded though with that base. That's a good give up from yellow to surround it. Sometimes giving up a base can work in your favor like that. Orange could snipe this base. Orange is just, I feel like orange is kind of screwed. I think orange and yellow are screwed. Like, green is just going to focus down yellow, and gray is just going to focus down orange, and both of them out-income the others so much. Although orange actually top income all of a sudden from getting these lands. If you're yellow, I guess this is fine, right? It's fine until he gets a good position here. You actually get the base. Wow. This actually could backfire, though, because it's kind of a surround on him now. And he does a great swap. Good job from yellow. But I think I would pull back here. Nothing else really happening at the moment. This is kind of the most important thing that's happening on the map. Yeah, if you're yellow, I think you got to pull this back. He does get a couple tank kills. It looks really good in the north for him, but this is completely surrounded. Another tank kill. I said pull back, but green hasn't really reformed a line here. Yeah, Zaylan, he has an insane fleet. It's kind of nasty. Also, gray gets a nice trap on the Corellia port, but this is a really good pull out from orange. Yellow does pull back. I think yellow won a really good skirmish there against green. Green kind of got humbled a little bit there. Yellow didn't lose too many tanks compared to green as well. Orange is running with these high-value troops. It is that's 125 gold right there, guys. Problem is, like, yellow's doing other things on the map too, and green's gonna come in. He's gonna try to just chase these things down. Gray kind of put himself in a bad position. He's cutting trees here, which I like, but I just don't like the fleet being up here in Scandi. But he has this base, so like, what, do you just like come in fully, like you could assault this.
A town is under siege.
With your port, you can assault this. I just don't know. Orange doing the right thing. He's going to get these regrouped. And this 1v1 is not looking good. 2 1v1s happening at the same time. Yellow getting pulled. Yellow doing too much over here. Actually building on water down here. I don't like that he's building on water. And he's going to lose so much. Oh, goal. The yellow had such a good situation happening. He just lost 5 or 6 tanks. And he's still not looking. He's still microing this. Why would you make SS in this situation? Like, maybe he thought he could retake all of green's lands. because green over it. But he's going to lose even more tanks. Another one. Another one. Another one. At this rate, yellow lost half his tank army. I'm flabbergasted. Yellow finally looks back. It took him 45 seconds. 45 seconds to look back at his most important part of the map. Oh, God. Took me 45 seconds to realize this was happening. Whoops. This is a great fight from Gray. And this is just nasty. I mean, Orange building SS, really big mistake on his part. Maybe a couple to take the Baltics, but not 7 or 8 or 10. Yellow losing everything because of this. Yellow maybe doing too much micro. Now, this is the key point of the map. Who's going to win this fight? And right now, it's looking really good for Gray. Orange has way more mortars. The Gray kind of has like a nice position with the 2 towers. If he gets these bases, that would really help him out. Green wins the SS front. Green can easily destroy the remaining tanks. Look at that. Green used a mortar to pull half of the tank army over here. And guess who's not looking? Again. Green might lose a tank, funny enough. Nope, yellow loses a tank. Orange, again, this backline doing some work. Orange KD coming back a little bit after losing all his fleet. But this is all he has now as a backline. And yeah, the tanks are dropping. When you have this many mortars, like, yeah, that's great for you. But look, he can't get tanks to the front line here. And now the Knights are just going to chew up. Look, the Knight Rush is just running into the back line of the mortars. Orange is going to lose a lot. He's even on KD right now. He's actually still going a little positive. Green and yellow. I think green should just full pump and finish yellow because he has the ability to do that now. Orange, we look away for a couple seconds and he's down 150. Literally, we looked away for a couple seconds and he is down 150. Yeah, he has too much gold, but also he didn't. Yellow could have held on. Yellow just lost half his tank army because he was AFK. Orange down 200 now. He is getting kills. Gray's losing some stuff. But the big thing for Gray is that he just finishes off Orange. Gray is pulling some of these injured tanks back. Orange pulling some of his injured tanks back. But that mortar line got decimated because that mortar line became the front line. Yeah, he lost 200 kill death right there because of that. Those mortars were all in the front and they got chewed up when they were exposed. And the Knights were stuck in the back, so they didn't even get to do anything. Yellow and orange with literally I would call them the founders of the Russian coalition. And they are the ones that are probably going to die first at this rate. Green and gray. Oh, this is actually really good for orange. Really nice around here. Really exposed center line for gray. But up here is looking tragic for orange. He's still down 200. There's not a lot of frontline units for gray. He's trying to reinforce. Gray does recover this at least. That was really big for him. Green. Oh, wait. Does yellow? Yellow made it out with some units. Yellow does not lose everything. He makes it out to Crimea. Green has a small fleet. Gray's moving some units to reinforce this. Gray getting... This is what I do that's wrong, I think. I send in my injured tanks without letting them heal up long enough. I think what you need is you need the injured tanks to kind of heal up longer, but maybe because he has no gold, he just wants to end this fight with whatever he can. Every little bit of tank will help. Gray running on fumes. Yeah, caught. And I think maybe that's why he's using the injured tanks, or it was just a misclick. The Gray is running on fumes, but he also has the biggest fleet, wherever the fleet is, probably in Inquin. And he's also has the most kills. He's plus 2k KD. The bounty is unreal for him. And unfortunately for Orange, Orange is also kind of running on fumes. So Gray's in a fine position unless he gets hit. Then he's not in a fine position. Baker, Robert, I knew it won't work. The only chance. Yeah, I think things had to be done way earlier in the game, right? In order for the Russian coalition to get stopped.
player's
Yeah, I
forces
mean,
are
Gray
under
can
attack.
easily chase these down with his massive fleet. Yellow laughing. Gray says coming. It turned into a 2v2. Turned into a 2v2. And with the 2v2, I really like Gray in a way more than I like Green. If it truly does get down to a 2v2, I think Gray is definitely favored. I mean, it's not even a question, right? Green does have a pretty big land army, but Green also has a fleet that would get destroyed. He doesn't have as much gold in the bank as you would want to see.
Town is under siege.
And where is... Okay, there's tanks there. Green really doesn't have as many tanks as I thought he would. Like, Gray kind of has a lot of tanks compared to what I thought Gray would have. Nice SS here. This is a good play. There's a good way to do this. I think getting these bottom bases and pushing up, going into Albania is really good as well. Gets underneath this whole army here. Huge army from Gray. I think if he migrates the army down here to be pushing from underneath Orange, that would be huge. Yellow does run to Belarus, and he's also running with his SS. Probably going to run here, if I had to guess. Also, Gray has literally just, he has SS all over the place. He's got to have like 4 or 5 control groups worth of SS.
A player's forces are under attack.
Gray, yeah, I mean, he's just working off of bounty at the moment, I think. Would love to see, instead of the push into Poland, I would love to see everything get moved down here. This is just a much better angle. You get all these towers firing. The towers will do a lot of damage here, especially to the tanks. Green making some SS in the north. Also, I think he has a fleet in the south, right? So yeah, that's the problem. Green actually has quite a bit of ships. But no matter how many ships you have, you will never match Gray's fleet. That's only like half of Gray's fleet, if that. And this is really great for Gray. We are at overtime. I haven't really been commenting on that. So city count does matter here. You know, Green might have to make a move against Gray, because Gray is about to get easily 22 cities off of Orange. Orange has 39 cities right now, guys. And most of those are in Central Europe. So Gray is going to climb. And if Green is too busy chasing Yellow...
Town is under
Okay, whoa. We are still alive and well. We still have a 4-player game. Anything can go. Green is moving a little bit. He's going to need more than just Switzerland, though. Also something, yeah, he's going to try to take cities off of him. This is getting so interesting, guys. The knights are out for Gray. Is he actually night rushing? He doesn't really have enough gold to night rush. The city count should climb for him, though. Green is going to have to mobilize his tank army. Gray sees this, and...
siege.
Ah, man. 92 cities to 109. Gray's going to start moving his ships down to the south. He's got ships everywhere. This is going to take him ages, but eventually those ships will get to the south. It's 111 for Gray now. Love to see all the ship movements. These are going to come up here to try to stop this. Green really needs to make peace with Yellow. Yellow probably won't take it. Look at Italy. I'm looking at Italy. It's getting surrounded. That's what I see. But where's Green? Where's Green's army? Green, his best bet to take cities off of Gray is right here. He needs the fleet coming up the coast, because Gray's at 119, guys. I don't think that Gray gets stopped, does he? Orange is finally stopping the retreat. Every city matters. Gray has it. Gray has it, and everyone's kind of dogging on Green. There's a lot of cities to give up, and I think Gray got it. Gray won. Wow. Jack. Way too late there, my friend. Way too late. Red Blood walking away with the dub. Great play from Red Blood. Look at the KD. Look at the Russian alliance, guys. Look at the Russian alliance with a true Russian king coming out on top. I think, all right, so it was, you had orange, yellow, green, and gray. So orange, yellow, gray, green, green, yellow, gray, orange, 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 gray, gray. Like 65, 70% of the map. was
A player's forces are under attack.
killed by the Russian alliance. That is sick. That is so freaking cool. Ah, that was, I mean, I wish that the ending was a little more hyped because it just kind of seemed like Gray was going to run away with the map. I wish Jack had seen, like, and Orange pulled back. To be fair, Orange pulled back way too much, but also, like, Green should have hit Gray way sooner. The other issue is, like, those players were both in the 90 city count range. Like, they both could have went for the win. And then if you're Orange and Yellow and you don't have a chance to win, like, you're kind of like, you know, you're Kingmaker almost. Unbox is just happy that Pink got owned. Jack, I don't think you threw. No one's saying you. I don't think anyone said you threw. It happens. Orange pulled back a lot, and there was just a lot of cities for him to take. And you were chasing Yellow, right? It happens, Jack. No one's saying. I don't think. I hope I didn't say you threw. Everything's fine. I wish you would have used all those tanks and just ran them up Central Europe. Like from the Greece, and then all the fleet from Gray was in the north, so you had a moment where you had naval superiority in the south. Redblood gets the privilege of donating $50. Jack's a real one for sure. Defended Russian freedom. Post interview, seek channel 2. Oh boy, that's always risky, MicroHive, but I can't say no to post interviews. What a game, man. That was awesome. I loved watching an alliance like that dominate the map. All right, let's just quit out of this. Sure, we're gonna risk it and go to we're gonna go to risk 2. We got I'm Awesome and Redblood there. Hold on. My Discord's being weird.
Big fight. You're like supposed to be the best.
That is not it, bro. Fucking. I made that one mistake.
We're in a tournament. We're on YouTube.
Redblood, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I think I just proved to everybody that I'm better than Awesome on land fighting because
No.
talking.
Fuck out. Get the fuck out.
So
last week,
King of the Russians.
I am king of the Russians, and I have to thank
This
my
guy wasn't
czar,
even
Jack.
Russian. He was fucking in Scandi, and he had Lenin, and he was like, "I'm a Russian too." I'm like, "No, you're not, dude."
Who made the Russian alliance?
Green did, and I stayed loyal to his side till the end.
He stayed loyal to
Bro,
your
Green
side.
was-
Well, I guess he backstabbed you at the very end, but he had to.
Yeah, but he had to.
Yeah.
He had to. But Yellow and Orange tried ratting, and Green defended Russian democracy. And I was able to destroy Orange and his. Did you see that Navy surround? First of all, that was just
I-
sad
look,
to see
I
him.
don't-
Awesome should
I
not
don't
have
have an
made
issue
ships in
with
the
that.
Baltics. That was a mistake.
No, because what I was trying to do is I was trying to hold that position, but I let his ships in because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, well, and
That
you
was a
didn't have
mistake on
like
my
the
part.
Finland port. Also, like Redblood had like probably 4 control groups worth of SS. So, like making
Yeah,
SS
yeah,
in
but-
general was probably the biggest misplay. Green made SS too,
No,
which
but-
was a misplay, I think.
No, but they were outside of the.
I think Green was distracted with Yellow, which
He was.
allowed me to kind of snowball. Because once Orange's line collapsed, it was kind of just GG from there. I knew Green was going to try to stop me, but I was like, "There's no way he can, since I have him surrounded." And I basically pushed Orange to Ukraine.
I thought I'm
I did
Awesome was
not-
the one that made the alliance or tapped the slap because literally like turn 3, Violet was hitting I'm Awesome in Volga and Yellow out of nowhere just instantly ran down from Moscow and saved him. And like those two fought and killed.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
thought you guys made the
Yeah.
original alliance.
Oh no,
Oh.
dude! I thought it was Zate originally, and I was gonna betray Jack, but I wanted to kill everybody off first to make sure it was Zate. And because Zate last tournament teamed me with Fire under the guise of the Russian alliance, and I was like, I am not letting this guy live this tournament. So when it was Teal, I felt like it was karma. It was good.
Oh, well, it had to be satisfying. Well, congrats, Redblood. Congrats on your tourney win. Epic pumper. Like the KD was insane. Like I think
Thank you.
you farmed so many ships. And also like your guys' move was like perfectly coordinated. Like you and Green hitting Cole at the same time. Or no, it was Emerald. Yeah, hitting Emerald and then Cole. All right, okay. I do have to ask because this was like the most controversial thing. How did you feel about Faker betraying his island boy? So Pink betraying Purple and letting Purple die.
Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, so I was happy that he did it because I was on the Russian team. I'm like, yeah, that just leaves Pink to die by himself. But that was a dumb move on his part for seeing the Russian alliance kill teal or kill purple, I mean, and then kill everybody and Cole and kill all these other players and be like, yeah, I'll live. Like every tournament has shown that if there's an Island Boys or a Russian alliance, you don't expect to live if you weren't originally a part of it.
Yeah.
So I think that was a horrible move by Pink.
I figured you guys were smiling pretty hard when that happened. Because I thought they were going to jump on you and like help Cole out, but they kind of just let Cole die and then they got picked off and whittled down.
Yep, and then Pink, I was smiling when Pink was like, I allied Gray at the beginning, and I was like, that's not going to help you here.
All right, well, congrats again. I'm glad to see the Russian alliance was better than the Island Boys this time. I'm awesome. I'm glad you were in the Russian alliance. And great job, Red Blood. Chalk it up as another tourney victory. GG.
Thank you. And his KD is negative. Just want everybody to see that I am better than him. His KD is negative. He got destroyed.
You got fucking lucky.
Okay, it was a little risky. That's kind of like the post-game vibes after every game. If people are in the voice chat, they'll just rage at each other. I'm awesome, like just being the embodiment of a typical Risk player after losing a lobby. That's hilarious. So, but yeah, that was a really good game, guys. I'm so glad. Like the timing of it was perfect. A beautiful 4-man Russian alliance going to the end, killing 75% of the map together, picking them off one by one, no one stopping them, showing that Russia is OP. It is too strong. And yeah, so maybe we'll see more Russian coalitions in the regular FFAs going forward with how powerful it's been lately. And yeah, I think we're just gonna call it there, guys. Gonna play some volleyball with the wifey and hang out with her here soon, so no time for Risk after the tournament, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. And yeah, we will. I don't know if we're doing a Saturday tourney or not, so TBD. I guess if we do, then surprise and join us live for that, but otherwise we will be live next Friday for the Friday tournament. And I have a video going live to the channel on Wednesday, so trying to get back into the weekly posting. I got a couple scheduled out for the next few weeks, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Thank you all so much for the support. Hit the like button, hit the follow or the subscribe button. You guys don't want to miss out. We do go live. We post lots of videos and content to the channel, and there's plenty of Risk content to go around. We even have Direct Strike, where you guys have probably seen the Risk community slowly dipping its toes into Direct Strike. You got Soxu and Easter and Bambucha and Karaoke at Darager and all these players pumping Direct Strike. So if you're a DS fan, there you go. We'll have some videos for that as well. Love you guys all.